So in the Czech Republic, boys beat up girls with a stick.
These neighbors are a bit sketchy.
Screw them.
Screw them. It should be okay, but you never know.
I've been hearing this for a long time now.
Hi guys!
Look where we are. Back at our country house.
Yay! We successfully made it. We successfully avoided all the police checks. So that's great.
Yeah.
No more new COVID cases at my work, so my shifts are getting less frequent.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Since we are here, we want to go check our new fence, if it's there or not.
Yeah, we are very curious to see what's happening there.
Yeah. So let's go. I don't see any fence. But look, the stones are gone.
Wow.
So at least they are working on it. Yeah? Wow. It looks so much bigger now.
Uh-huh. We have a much bigger garden now.
Yeah, great. But look, our compost disappeared as well.
Yeah. And look, new
Yeah.
flowers.
And here as well.
Yeah. And they are so pretty.
And here are new ones, but they are not flowering yet.
But why are they white?
I planted 4 different kinds of crocuses. So there should be 3 of each.
Okay, they are small.
Yeah.
We'll show you in a few days. It's still very cold now, but it should get warmer. So this looks very nice. I love it. It's flat and
Except the missing fence. That would be nice as well to have.
something is happening there in the back. We should go take a look.
Wow. Let's go investigate.
Yeah. Last time we put this gate back here because there is no fence at that side, so we don't feel so exposed.
Yeah. There's no lock or anything on it, but I don't know. It feels better when there's something.
We removed it last summer because it didn't make any sense to have it here, but now it's better to have something.
Yeah.
This doesn't look that great. I see the shrubs are alive. Our raspberries. But looks like the workers are not very careful.
Yeah, they don't care about our property.
And they told us last time that they are going to build some shed or something here. So this is probably it.
But it looks weird that it goes right up to the fence. Like, it'll be immediately, like, that's illegal. They can't build anything right next to the fence. It has to be a couple of meters away, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Because these neighbors are a bit sketchy. Other neighbors told us that they are rich and speculative and somehow sketchy. So we should be careful and not to trust everything they say. That's why we are waiting and we are curious to see what's going to happen here on this property. But look, these other shrubs are alive as well, so hopefully when they are building the fence it's going to be okay.
Yeah, but we planted them 1.5 meters far from the fence, and they are using that 1.5 meter line of our property without permission.
Here, for example. It looks like the fence will be here, like it was.
Well, that was to be expected.
Yeah, but they are sketchy, so we don't know. But they helped us with the stones and with our garden.
Because we think they wanted them.
Yeah, but it's still nice.
Last time we were here, we put pots next to the new plants to make them more visible, but we are still afraid. So we want to put these sticks at least to the most exposed areas. Something like here.
Yeah.
Done.
Honey.
This was Peter's idea. I wanted to put here something else.
A stick for a tomato. And that is...
I don't want this one.
Let me. Guys, I'm going to teach you how it's done. Because Tommy doesn't know how to use a hammer. You have to be strong, and that's me.
Aha. That explains it.
Look how it's going
I see.
into the ground. Ta-da!
Coincidence.
No. I know what I'm doing.
We also found a couple of colorful ribbons, so we'll put it on some of the plants as well to improve our chances. Last one.
Last small one. But
Looks much better now.
yeah, we marked it and now it's up to them. We have also these colorful pots here. So we'll see. Look guys, a screw is missing here on this spade. It disappeared. But we are screwed because you can't buy a screw in this country because Home Depot or whatever it's called is still open in this lockdown, but only the gardening part, and screws are usually in another section, so all of that is behind a tape now. You can't buy that.
We could buy a new spade.
Yeah, spades are there, but not screws. So tell me if this is not illogical.
Screw them.
Screw them. So what's my job?
Okay, so you need to rake this garden bed. Prepare it for new seeds.
Like this?
Try to make it even.
I'm your assistant.
Yeah. Finally, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
The spring is here, so we need to move forward and plant more seeds if we want veggies this year.
Well, I don't know if this is spring. Still winter hat season.
So still long hair.
Yeah. But maybe tomorrow spring will come.
Oh really? I've been hearing this for a long time now.
It was already here for a few days, but then it disappeared.
I love that the beds were almost ready after last year, so there's not much time needed to plant new things. It will change soon when all the weeds start growing.
This is our oregano, so we need to get rid of these dry old plants and let the new ones grow. And you can still smell the oregano smell.
Well, it's dried oregano, right? You have dried herbs.
Yeah, I guess.
But I love that you started doing something and I didn't even have to ask you.
That's totally me. I don't know why you are surprised.
I don't know either. It's beyond me.
Sometimes I do things as well.
Like sleep, eat.
Oh my god. Guys, this is what I always have to listen to.
And you love it.
Do I?
You do.
Another week, another test.
Yeah, it is that time of the week again.
Left first.
Oh, left. Okay.
He still doesn't remember.
No.
I've never done it and I know the instructions better than Peter. Are you crying?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, now this, right?
Mm-hmm. Dip it in 10 times.
15. Okay, now.
Peter loves asking me for instructions so then he could ignore them. A or B? A. Okay, B it is.
Not like that at all. Guys, don't believe anything you hear. 3. Okay, it's going on. Look. Always so exciting. Now we are at C. We need a line there. Yes. It's being created right now.
Looks quite clear.
Mm-hmm.
Peter is negative again.
Easter is coming, which is quite a big holiday in our country.
Yeah, but not for us.
Yeah. It's mainly for kids.
Or for straight guys. I would say it's mainly straight guys' holiday.
I would say kids and drunks.
Okay. So that's a very nice group of people.
For non-religious people, it might be the second biggest holiday of the year, after Christmas. Christmas is the biggest deal of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But at least when we were kids, it was like the second biggest thing of the year that we were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. For me, not. We'll explain later.
The customs differ between our countries, between Czech Republic and Slovakia, quite drastically.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Yeah. We know that in some countries there's a custom to search for chocolate eggs in the garden, for example.
Uh-huh.
I think.
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, we've never done that here. That's not a thing. But we have very different customs. Some of the things might look weird to people outside of our countries if they've never heard about it before. The custom in both countries is quite sexist, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit brutal. So, should I start with the Czech Republic?
Yeah, you should start.
So, in the Czech Republic, boys beat up girls with a stick,
Yay!
and the girls have to give them an egg in return as a thank you.
Not weird at all. Okay, honey, so explain it more in detail because this doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I think some clarification is needed.
Yeah.
So what happens is that boys create this special stick.
Mm-hmm. Out of willow branches.
Yeah.
You know, these long elastic branches.
Uh-huh.
And you create a whip
Yeah.
out of it.
It's kind of like braiding hair.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put more willow branches together to create some structure.
Mm-hmm.
And you use that one to beat up girls.
Yeah, but nowadays you buy that at stores.
Mm-hmm. Even when we were kids, we usually bought them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a town boy, I'm not a villager, so we didn't have any willows. We didn't have a garden.
Yeah, you are a villager now, but we are not celebrating Easter.
Yeah. So when you have this willow whip, you go visit all your female friends or female members of your family, and you gently whip their butts with the whip, and you are supposed to say a poem while you do it. And like there's a reason behind it, like some superstition or something, that you give them health by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So they should want it. Of course, nowadays that's long gone, and it's usually just guys trying to be macho and whipping the girls as much as possible.
Yeah, but it's not brutal.
So theoretically, like, I was a nice guy, so I just like went really easy on them, just to get the egg or money or chocolate.
Yeah, so when they are satisfied, the girls, they give you something in return.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the custom is they give you a colorful ribbon on the whip.
Oh yeah.
And you collect ribbons throughout the day.
Uh-huh. That's true, but that has never happened to me. It also changed into a new custom that they give you an egg,
Mm-hmm.
a colorful painted egg, but some girls opt for a chocolate egg, for example, or your mom or grandma or aunt gives you money. You walk from household to household and you collect all these eggs, chocolate, money, and then you come home with a bag full of goodies.
Yeah, and for adults, it's usually an alcohol shot.
Yeah.
So everybody is drunk after this day.
Yeah, so as a kid you walk down the street and you see drunks like lying on the ground, completely wasted. because they get a free shot in every household.
Yeah, and all this happens on Easter Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's similar to Halloween, to American Halloween.
Yeah.
You go from household to household and collect sweets
Candies.
and candies and in addition money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like trick-or-treating. Yeah, except you also hit the women at the same time.
Yeah, and only boys can collect
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's the strange thing for today's world, that girls cannot officially participate. They are the ones on the giving side.
Yeah. Some people say that afternoon the roles switch and then the girls can whip the boys.
Yeah, payback.
But that's not very common. What's happening?
I think I had a bee in my hair.
Oh wow. Spring is here. Yeah, so it should be reversed, but that's not very common.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
And in Slovakia, it's a bit different.
And by different, you don't mean better.
No, it's worse.
It doesn't hurt.
It does, because there is whipping as well,
Okay.
and then there is cold water. So the guys take the girl and throw them into a bathtub with cold water, or into a shower, or they have a bucket full of water and they just throw it onto the girl.
So the bucket is supposed to be the original version, but when you live in the city, you don't carry buckets of water with you, but
Yeah.
you throw them in the bathtub, right?
Yeah. So this is really strange and really weird. I don't know. The custom probably is that the girls should be healthy after this, because I don't know, cold water, cold shower in the morning is healthy. But this is really bad. And I remember I never did it because my family didn't really celebrate Easter because it's so strange and weird. Only my grandma used to take me to visit some of my family when I was really little, maybe 5-6 years old. So I whipped some ants and I got some candy and sweets, but then this stopped because I don't know, it was weird for me. And what we did as a family with my parents and with my sister, we always went for a hike into nature and had a picnic there, and I think that's better than this beating up girls.
But the Easter hike is also a tradition that we created, like when we got older. As a teenager, I stopped visiting all the girlfriends, and my mom and I and our dog went for an Easter hike, and that was really nice.
Yeah, because at that time, spring is starting, usually, not every year, but yeah, a lot of people go into nature.
Easter is also an opportunity to decorate the house. We don't do that, but some people decorate a tree outside of the house, for example, kind of like you do for Christmas, but you put eggs, colorful eggs on it as a decoration.
Our neighbors here did that, so look at that. Very pretty. Eggs on a tree, and then you can have little bunnies or chicken and little ducklings, and all these are symbols of Easter.
And spring in general.
Spring, yeah.
But when you decorate with eggs, you need to remove the insides, and you only keep the shell.
We did that as kids at school, I think.
You somehow need to make a hole and blow it out or something, or like let it flow out.
Yeah, you blow out the inner parts, so only the shell remains, and then you paint it with, I don't know, ornaments, and it's pretty.
Peter was laughing at Czech eggs, because here people don't blow out the insides, but they cook the egg in a food color, and they give you cooked egg, hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, so you have a lot of hard-boiled eggs at the end of the day, and then you eat them throughout the week.
Yeah.
So you prepare all your dishes with eggs.
Yeah, that's the Easter time for me, like food full of eggs. a lot of protein.
Yeah.
I always ended up having so many eggs and chocolates that I ended up selling them to other kids eventually because I was very business oriented.
Yeah, that's Tommy.
Yeah. My brother ate through them very quickly within a few days, and I had like a suitcase full of chocolate, and I gave him some for free as well.
Wow.
But I remember that one year I like opened my stall in front of our house, and I was offering to other kids from the house to sell them some chocolate.
I love it. I was always envious of my guy friends at school because they were bragging how many sweets and chocolate eggs and chocolate bunnies they collected. So this was the only part that I missed.
The stuff.
Yeah, the stuff, but not the whipping the girls and everything. So
Yeah, I always felt stupid about that. And every year I told myself, like, next year I'm not going anymore. But my brother and I always ended up visiting at least our families because it was an opportunity to see some of your relatives that you normally don't visit.
and they expected you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, everybody was expecting us, and they had the goodies prepared for us. Yeah, so we ended up going until we were teenagers or so. In the Czech Republic, Easter Friday and Easter Monday are both public holidays, which is great because we don't have to work.
Yeah, you have 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days off, including the weekend. So that's great. Yeah, that's the part that everybody loves, even as adults.
And finally, this year, I don't have to work because I usually work during Easter, but not this year unless anyone tests positive for COVID.
Yeah.
But so far it looks good. I'm negative as well. So it should be good and we should spend our Easter here.
And it's supposed to be really warm finally.
Yes, finally. Today is the first day when it's warm.
Yeah.
So this is already very pleasant and it should get even better. So that's what Easter looks like in our countries. We don't really participate nowadays, but for us it's a nice spring holiday.
Yeah.
There is small progress here. They put a rope here to mark their territory, I guess. They also spray painted these crosses here. So I guess it's where the poles for the fence are going to be. And here as well. So hopefully the building of the fence will happen soon.
Yeah. It's good that we see some progress every day,
Yes.
little by little.
Now they are gone because it's lunch. So during lunch break, this is our time. Tommy is going to plant some seeds and it's very pleasant. Finally 14 degrees Celsius and we are in our t-shirts. So this is great.
The soil is quite dry already, so I will try to water it first before I plant anything, because I don't want to wash the seeds away afterwards. Let's see if it will make it better or worse. I'm not sure if it was the best idea watering the soil right before, because now it's really muddy and it's hard to make holes in it. But okay, I will try somehow.
You learn every day.
Yeah. Okay, so the holes are created. It wasn't that bad at the end. And now I'm planting spinach. We tried it last year and we were very happy with the produce. Even though not many plants came up, it was still a success for us. So now I'm trying to plant more of them. Now it's Peter's turn to water the seeds again.
I like doing this because you can't mess up.
Yes, you can. You can wash the seeds away, so please don't do that.
Oh, so this is the most important job of
Yes,
all?
yeah. Nothing else matters.
Oh my god, so... Okay.
Well done, honey. Great job. There's a lot of smoke coming our way, but that won't stop us from planting more seeds. Right now I'm planting leek. This year we are trying two different kinds of leek. Winter leek and summer leek. Last year we had only the winter edition, which you harvest only at the end of the year. But summer leek grows faster, so maybe we could have some leek already in summer. We'll see.
That sounds very good to me.
Yeah, it will be nice to be able to harvest it gradually and not all at once.
Yeah, but I really want more than 5 plants.
Yeah, we'll see. I will try. I will do my best, okay?
Okay.
I already planted carrots as well. And now I'm working on lettuce. That's the last thing which I'm planning to plant today. But I think in a few days I will work on other veggies as well because the weather is right.
Yeah. We have to return to the city for a few days for my 2 day shifts and 1 night shift. But then we will be back. Hopefully.
I hope so.
Yeah, because the government still wants to extend this lockdown, so it probably will be extended. But we have the documents and everything that we live here, so it should be okay, but you never know. But we definitely expect to be here.
These are beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, I love
Very
it.
different. We've never seen the white ones before, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the most typical ones, the purple ones.
The weather is so great.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, we totally love it.
I don't want to go inside, but I have to work.
Yeah. I want the weather to continue like this the whole year. It can rain at night always, so the garden is happy,
Yeah.
but during the day, like this.
Okay, well, you are the meteorologist, so make it happen.
I don't think that's my job. But it would be very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Happy Easter,
Happy Easter, guys.
and see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.